What I liked about his book is 2 books ago, we went over The Power to Change by Craig Groeschel, which is, we said, hey, great first step self-help book. This would not be that first step book. If you've never read a self-help book, I would not steer someone directly towards this book. This is for the business professional. You're already into things. It's way, way more complex because he's brilliant. He's talking about case study. It's what does that look like?
I would think this would be a great book for a high-performing team, right? So if you have an executive team that reads books together, studies together, isn't brand new together, right? This is for an established high-performing team. I would not steer this to be like, I have a brand new team, let's start with this book, right?
One of the things Craig Groeschel was talking about, hey, let's start with your first habit of flossing in the morning.
Right.
I'd agree with that. That's awesome. And that would be great for a baby Christian, my 11-year-old son. Great. This, where versus Anatomy of a Breakthrough is, hey, you already have a team with 5 to 15 team members. How can you get to that next step when you now have 13 to 50 to 100 team members on your team? What does that look like to scale like that?
I was allowing it to be there for a second. You know what concept that's from?
Why don't?
RAIN. So remember he talked about a program that was originally built to help people who were to overcome smoking, right? And there was the 4 parts to RAIN, right? Recognize what's arising, being obviously in this case like your desire to smoke a cigarette. One of the hardest parts said allowing it to be there. That was interesting. And this wasn't his idea, right? He was quoting some research. But then investigate your emotions and thoughts. That's the I. And then note what is happening from moment to moment. And I found that idea of like allowing it to be there, the discomfort, really challenging. Probably beneficial.
I know you
but
have
I have
a
been
problem
pondering
with that
about
sometimes.
this before.
Why do you have a problem allowing certain things to be there?
Because I don't like discomfort. And sort of the allowing it to be there is just it's sort of like the settling in of discomfort that you have to live with. It's like in a race.
Correct.
Right? If you're actually running a mile hard, it hurts like crazy.
Let's talk a marathon, because most
even a
businesses are a marathon.
Yeah, marathon even, right?
So what do you do with the discomfort?
You got to allow it to be there. You just got to live with it.
You okay with that?
It hurts.
That's not what I said.
I don't like it.
I said, are you okay with it?
You got to learn to be, right? You got to learn to be.
Yes,
He's
you
right.
do have to learn to be.
It was just funny to me going, that sounds really painful. I could just think of all these painful moments in my life. When I read this, I think, okay, you got to sit with it. You just got to be comfortable in the discomfort.
You do. But the fascinating thing is a lot of times we know we have to learn that. Not everyone can do that, though.
Yeah.
You have to learn to understand, I'm going to have to sit in this for a while to figure this thing out.